everybody, welcome to another Geekly Goods review. Tonight we're reviewing Us, directed by Jordan Peele, starring Lupita Nyong'o, Winston Duke, and a slew of other people. Oh my goodness, guys, I can't wait to start talking about this with y'all. I'm Leo, and I'm here with
Alex.
And Stu.
And we are gonna dive right in, guys, so I'm gonna go ladies first. Alex, go ahead and tell us some of the good things about this movie. What did you like?
Do you want me to rate it out of 10?
Not yet.
Okay,
we'll get to that later.
Okay, well I'm gonna spoil my rating accidentally.
So you're just gonna throw it in there anyway, huh?
I asked for your opinion just to ignore it.
Cool. All right. Yeah.
Be right back doing whatever I want.
Always.
I thought it was a really good level of suspense. Like, I really was pretty tense the entire time, but it had a good enough flow that at the end of it, I wasn't just like worn out and done with the whole thing. Like, I was pretty engaged the whole time. Like, it carried itself really well. All the acting was so good.
So good.
It was pretty wild.
That was amazing. Like, the dichotomy of characters was like kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah. I mean, this was Lupita's and Winston Duke's best.
Oh, it was,
like,
Lupita was amazing.
Yeah, she
blew me out of the water.
phenomenal.
She's a really well-regarded actress, and in my opinion, this is her best role she's ever done.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and I don't think it's even close.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Like, looking at her resume, it's nuts.
She's already amazing, and she blew herself out of the water.
And it's like, Black Panther was here, but Us is all the way sky high.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, she led this movie with just such jurisdiction, and being able to swap roles like that, back and forth, I mean, same scene?
Yeah.
Endless talent.
It's one of those where I want to be a fly on the wall for a couple of those scenes. Like how they're setting it up, how they're shooting it.
Yep.
There's a lot of trickiness to it. Mm-hmm. And Jordan Peele, who is certified genius right now.
Literally.
Yeah. I'll get into it later.
Genius.
But yeah, sorry.
Genius.
No,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, just everything about the cast, phenomenal. Even the kids were awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm cutting you off. Continue.
The other thing I was gonna say was that this, and I'm not gonna blanket statement this, but I feel like a lot of horror movies don't have great rewatch value unless we're talking about like Scream or something like that.
Right, it's the kitsch rewatch value, but not necessarily like quality rewatch.
Not exactly the I want to experience it again, but more like I want to watch it for fun. But this movie, like, I actually want to see it again.
Yeah.
Like, after having seen it all the way through and knowing what I do now, I'm like, I feel like everything is different if I watch it again.
I almost feel like it's a must because you get such a drastic twist in the end. Going back and watching it again, you'll be able to paint the picture a lot clearer, and you'll pick up on more stuff that you didn't.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little tricks, little Easter eggs, little like hints at what's coming, and there's a couple questions that I have that I can't really answer without going back and watching again.
Right.
So there's definitely a second round coming. I don't know if I'm gonna go this weekend. I need to give it a little bit of time to breathe, but like. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
I'm going Friday night. But Stu, man, let me know the goods. What you think?
Yeah, so I mean, look, Jordan Peele, I just can't be more impressed with this guy. Coming from the idea of a director who we mostly know him from comedy and like really crazy off the wall kind of slapstick comedy almost with Jordan Peele, and then you get out and it's very political and very forward-thinking. Now you come into something like this, which is, I mean, it's deep, it's complicated. The shot selection, like clearly this is made by one person. It's so artfully crafted, and I could not help but think of Stanley Kubrick. Like, if you're not comparing him to Stanley Kubrick, you're wrong. Like, I'm just saying, like, he's already.
Hey, I'm wrong, I guess.
Yeah. It's not an opinion; it's a fact. Like, he's.
Dang, can't even have an opinion now.
No, you can't.
myself.
And there's even like shot selections that he had that mirrored a lot of The Shining. Like, there's some really great overhead sweeping shots that are like, well, this is clearly, if not an homage, like some sort of inspiration there. But another thing I really want to get into is the tension mixed with story. And the coolest thing that I think he does, he creates characters in almost like full rounded, well balanced characters in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Most movies can't do that in 90,
yeah.
right? So you already know who all these people are within 5 minutes of the movie. So he moves right into the horror aspect of it without a crazy long setup. They don't need to go to a high school and meet all the friends and talk about someone who got murdered. Like, no, this goes in immediately.
The part of the movie that I thought was going to be the scariest happens like 20 minutes in. And
It's
like, where do we go from here? Oh God.
Like you get majorly spooked within the first about 30 minutes.
It's incredible. And then to build on that, he's so good at tension that even when nothing's happening, I'm feeling tense. But he doesn't take his foot off the gas exactly. He kind of slowly adds in story.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting because the tension is up here and the story rises to meet it.
Yep.
Which is, it's incredible. It's one of those movies where you walk in having high hopes, and I walked out where I'm like, well, what I was hoping for was just garbage compared to what actually got delivered. I can't sing this movie's praises enough. If you, look at it this way, if you loved Get Out, this is better.
You'll be floored with this.
I think it's better in every aspect.
Yeah. And bouncing off of that, when I was watching this movie, I was like, this is like Get Out, but scaled out so much more.
I had, one of my only things that I really thought through the whole thing is like the prison system. And we talked a little bit about this like, very briefly last night, where I'm like, they're all in single colored jumpsuits. There's a lot of references to handcuffs, manacles. So maybe that's even going to slavery.
Scissors too.
Scissors.
To liberate?
Maybe to liberate, to cut. But also this kind of like dichotomy of, or duality I should say, of a free person and an imprisoned person. So I guess that kind of could go either to the prison system or kind of a post-slavery thing where you have like a duality of identities. But either way, any of this stuff, to put that in a horror movie is incredible.
Yeah.
And like to actually make you think and leave that and be like, oh my God, what's he talking about? Let me think about the imagery. Let me think about the colors he used. Let me think about the shot selection he used. Like the music he was using, like Fuck the Police.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Fuck the Police, and I want to carry on with that because I need this soundtrack. Like I need this to be on iTunes because this is probably the best movie soundtrack in the last 5-6 years. I mean,
it's
dude.
Pretty awesome.
And speaking on the duality too, I love that this is just like a testament of these actors and their talent.
God.
The fact that you can be in one scene by yourself, flipping the script completely, every single scene. I mean, it's a roller coaster of beauty.
Both of them are so like characteristic. Like,
yes.
they're so iconic on both ends.
It really is true. And I have to give props to the body doubles or the stand-ins or whoever is playing opposite of whoever, like who's playing the other side of it, right? Because they were giving the actor a lot to deal with and to bounce off of, and they were doing a really good job of going back and forth. It's pretty cool. Like you never see their face. Like they obviously have to use body doubles or stunt double. It's not really stunt, but whatever. And to be able to play off somebody when there's an emotional, like high tension scene and somebody's going through something like that right in front of you, it's impressive. So props to them, and those people don't usually get props. So, I gotta say, the most enjoyable quality of this movie and Get Out is the fact that you have no idea what's gonna happen at the end. I literally could not anticipate this. I couldn't watch a trailer. I couldn't watch a trailer and predict. I couldn't watch previews and predict what was going on because I was like, all right, are we in another dimension? What's happening? Like, where is this going? Is it a ghost story maybe? Like, is there a possession thing going on? And I assumed it to be, a little simpler than Get Out, not being honest. Like, I assumed the twist would be a little bit predictable this time. I mean, Get Out, you start with such a great movie all the way up here, and he just topped it off. Like in every aspect. Every single aspect. Yeah. He produced it as well, right? Because I know he directed and wrote. He wrote, produced, directed. And here's a cool thing, which I think this actually speaks to the trailers. So he went to the bigger studios for a larger budget, which I think by the end of the movie you could see where a larger budget could have really thrown the doors wide open. Yeah. I'm really trying not to spoil anything. But he wanted to write, direct, produce himself. And in order to do that, these studios wouldn't give him as big a budget. So he kept creative control in exchange for a smaller budget, which is, again, brilliant. Yeah. So when these trailers come out, he has a vision of what he wants to be released. And he clearly he's leading the audience a certain way. And then he lets it, breathe.
unfold.
And it's just like,
and it's just like, oh my goodness.
it's intense.
And you know what? There was only a couple settings in this movie, and it had me going the whole time. Like I didn't even
It's
jump
true.
from New York to LA to London to here to there. A couple settings did it for me, and
Yeah.
a small budget. It just really gave a lot of air for that story to come up, man.
It did.
God, the writing on this movie is phenomenal. Out of 10, what you going?
Like a 9.5.
I mean, I'm almost right there with you.
I'm almost there with you, but I'm giving it a 10. The only mistake of this movie is that it's not being released late November to be a Best Picture Oscar contender.
Yeah.
Like, and a Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor. Like, there's,
'Cause it'll
as
get
of right now,
forgotten.
this is it. Like,
Yeah.
this is the best movie of the year.
Period.
100%.
I mean, it's terrifying, but it's the best
It's the best
I've
movie of the
seen.
year.
Yeah.
Literally.
So,
I really like that. I feel like horror has kind of like a reputation of being like a trash genre. Like
Yeah.
a genre you don't take
It's a
seriously.
throwaway.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, you've got Shudder, you've got
Yeah.
a horror movie out, a big horror release at least every month.
yeah, but they're usually a rehash of the same
and it's usually a
thing.
Conjuring sequel
Right.
or
Someone's possessed.
something else, Annabelle.
There's a
it's
weird
so
toy.
predictable. And
There's a slasher.
right,
Like,
there's a ghost, there's a demon. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like
Which, like,
there's
I love
something.
all that stuff, but people don't really take it seriously, you know?
Right.
And
Yeah.
It's like, you can't not take this movie seriously.
And
No.
this is brilliant to play on. You're the worst enemy. You're your
Ugh.
own worst enemy. I mean,
So what's your score?
9.5, man.
All
I'm
right.
going 9.5. This is
Yeah.
the best of the year so far, easily.
Easily.
I mean, what else have we seen? Captain Marvel. We've seen Shazam, which is coming up.
Yeah.
We've seen quite a bit this year, and
Yeah.
Alita, which
Alita.
I enjoyed. But I mean, it was
Nothing like
this.
this.
This was easily a 9.5. I mean, great writing, great direction. Phenomenal shots. What a soundtrack. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
what a soundtrack. Not
That's
only to make
cool.
political statements, but also to just go along with the movie. Like, 5 on it? I wouldn't have assumed a slowed down version of
Oh,
that was,
that was
so
good.
well.
Or
And
that-
they implemented it.
that
well. The
opening
opening-
shot when it comes out and it's the choral thing.
I've never
Yeah.
dread was
Oh.
like a slow zoom so much in my life.
And that's the first like 10 seconds of it. Go see it.
This is a must see, everybody. But
It's a great date movie.
Yeah.
It's a great go with your friends. I mean,
Go by
it's
yourself.
everything.
Go-
Right. I don't know if I was going by yourself.
if you're brave enough.
Test your bravery.
Yeah.
But guys, check this one out. And as usual, let us know your thoughts in the comments. And we'll see you next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow Geekly Goods on all social media platforms. And grab something from our store. We take $1 of every purchase and donate it to arts education to keep arts in the classrooms. We'll see you next time.